Hi everybody, what's going on? Gosh, that feels really good to say. Hello, creatures of the internet, all of the forest creatures. Hi, hello, welcome, bienvenidos, buenos dias. Hi. Obviously, I've been gone for a while, or at least I have not spoken to you all via the camera YouTube methods for quite some time now. I actually have been dreading making this video for some time now. Not because I didn't want to talk to you guys. When I knew that I was going to film this video, I didn't know what I wanted to say, and I needed time to sort of figure that out. That way I could tell you something that's kind of coherent. You know, it's already impressive that grown animals can speak English, but then I needed to refine the English and make it a deliverable thing for all of you. I needed to do a lot of internal reflection and sort of compose myself as a musician might and tell you things that make sense, so I can give you proper information about what is going on with little old cheesy me. First order of business is to discuss this, the title of this video. I am not quitting YouTube, so I want to say that first. I still plan on being here, being around, making silly and fun things for you all to enjoy. I'm still going to be here, but there are sort of asterisks, you know, behind that statement. So specifics are coming in a moment. The other thing that I want to sort of preface this with is I am choosing to be transparent with some of the things that have been happening in my life. I will not be sharing all of the details. I'm an internet creature, but I still want to have like a small level of privacy, if at all possible. I think those are the footnotes, so let's dive right in. For those of you who have been around for a while now, I've been making content since 2014. I believe that I hit a slump in my production. Would it be the end of 2019 or the end of 2020, somewhere in there? I had a really steady groove with content where I was making a video every week and I was having tons of fun doing the animal thing. Slowly but surely, my motivation, my energy level, my productivity has sort of declined. And I have, of course, watched my own energy levels crash and burn. It's been very disappointing, you know, sitting inside my brain, driving the steering wheel, and the machine isn't responding, you know? That's probably the easiest way to describe depression and anxiety and perhaps burnout. As many of you know, I went to school for a while. I graduated with an associate's last year, and I was very excited about this. When I was going to school, I was going to school really hardcore. Like, I was taking so many credits and I was working, you know, 50 plus hours every week for a while, so I really had no time other than if I took time off of work, you know, to make videos. And I was basically running around like a chicken with its head cut off. One of the things that I like to eat is chickens with their heads cut off because I'm a fox. I was working so hard that I just couldn't keep up with it all, and something had to give. And unfortunately, my channel has given for longer than I wanted it to. I really wanted to put more time and energy into this, and it didn't happen. The pandemic happened, of course. That has taken a toll on everybody. There have been crazy things happening in the world that even for me is, you know, it's just something that kind of hits the brain after a while, you know? It certainly did a number on my little cerebellum. Alcoholism runs in my family. And I have always known that if I indulge in alcohol more than I should, it becomes a problem. Or it could lead to a bigger problem, and this is certainly not something that anybody wants to have happen, right? But because of everything that I've been dealing with upstairs, I definitely indulged more than I should have. I think I got to a point where I was so stressed out that I was having probably anywhere from 1 to 3 drinks every day, which is certainly more than I should be having. I don't know about everybody else, but me, that can't happen. I would always say like, well, I'm not sleeping well, so let me have a little bit of wine, or I've had a really bad day at work, you know, I earned this glass of wine, and you just get into this like fucking headspace, you know, you just get into the space where you're like, oh, well, every little thing went wrong, so now I'm gonna drink this, I'm gonna drink that. It's a problem. It can become a problem, and then if you're genetically prone to it, like this fucking bowl of mac and cheese is, it can really become a problem. So, first question, do I think that I am or was an alcoholic? I would say no. Did my body become dependent on alcohol? Probably, a little bit. It's hard to say, and it's hard to say objectively, and it's not like I'm afraid of these words. It's just that I don't think I was in it so bad that I needed like an intervention or I needed a program or anything like that. You know, I had fallen into this pattern for so long that I understood the toll it was having on my body. So I really wasn't sleeping for a while. Like just the insomnia, the exhaustion, everything was crazy because I was putting my liver through the paces. I mean, it's just so... My neighbor's going crazy. It's exhausting. It takes a toll on your body. It's a ton of calories, it's a ton of sugar, and it's very unhealthy. Recently, and I think this was a week or two ago, I decided that I needed to stop. I needed to, not completely, but I definitely needed to pull back. I could not be having alcohol every single day. I certainly could not be drinking as much as I was. I have significantly reduced my intake. Many of the things that were in my fridge are no longer in my fridge, which is great. And on top of that, I've been drinking more water. I have started taking vitamin B12. B12 was something that my primary care doctor said I should be taking anyway. I don't recall why I stopped taking it, but I picked it back up. And between both of those things, I find that I am now sleeping more regularly. I am not nearly as exhausted. I have more energy, you know, everything, and my mood is better. Like just everything is kind of clicking at this point, which is fantastic. One of the side effects that I experienced when I was drinking as heavily as I was is that I just had no motivation to do everything. I was constantly feeling down, very sad, very angry, a place that is not healthy for anybody, and I certainly don't want to return there. Follow-up question to sort of wrap up that portion of the discussion is, have I sworn off alcohol forever? No. I actually enjoy mixing quite a bit, probably more than I enjoy drinking. I still enjoy drinks every now and again. What I am choosing to do, though, is to moderate, to be mindful of my health, and to not make it such a central thing in my life. You know, it needs to not be anywhere near the core of what I'm trying to do. There were some external things that were happening as well. I've had issues with my family, ongoing issues with my family that's made it very stressful. I've had lots of things happening in my job that have also been stressing me out. Speedy and I have had a lot of stress even between us because of everything that's been going on. So it's just thing after thing after thing, and it just really drove me into this bad place in my mind, which I exacerbated by hitting too many bottles. I want to share this with you all because I feel like maybe there are other people who sort of went through this in some way. Another impact of what happened amidst all of this is I have had trouble being social now for a very long time. I'm on several social media platforms, and there are tons of people who have messaged me and messaged me and messaged me. Some are people I barely know, others are people who have supported me for a long time, others are family and friends and close friends. There are persons or people who have tried to contact me, and I just have not responded. I see it happening. In some ways it's like overwhelming, and I don't know, I guess maybe I sound like ungrateful or something, because like I should be saying like, well, obviously people want to talk to me. That means, you know, I have a lot of positive energy in my life, and yes, absolutely all of that is true. And despite all of that, I have trouble like keeping up with everything and everybody. To all the people who have been messaging me, I'm really grateful for all of you. And I am sorry that I have not been responding or responded sooner. I've just been going through it, and I'm trying to get myself right. One thing that I didn't share that I'll share briefly. I went to therapy for a few months, and I had some really productive conversations with my therapist about my circumstances. I just had so many productive conversations that by the time, after a few months that we ended our last session, I was like, you know what? An objective person has given me a view of myself that I did not have before. And now I'm going to run with that and see how far I can get, because normally I'm pretty good at, you know, handling my business. I did seek professional help, and I understood what I was doing with my circumstances, and I understood where I was sort of harming myself, and Now I'm trying to get myself together. All of that is to say I had a number of things going on that caused me to step away from making videos like I used to on my channel. Now I'm here again, talking to all of you. I've had lots of good things going on too. Like I traveled to Dallas last month. That was super fun. And I got to meet some furries at Texas Furry Siesta. It was great. What I want to talk about next is my YouTube channel at large. I'm still very passionate about the video thing and passionate about being a character. The biggest question at this point is, what is the future of this channel? This is the part that I was actually dreading talking about because I don't want to lose any of your, interest in the things that I do, which sounds, I know, very silly. Obviously want to do this for me, but I also like making people happy, so I'm trying to make y'all happy too. I don't know if I can just do a random video one day a week anymore. That's how I ran my channel for a long time, and the reason I did that is because I was heavily inspired by other channels like Jenna Marbles and Markiplier long ago in 2014 when I started my channel. I wanted to do so many different things, and I sort of just wanted to be an animal meandering its way through life. That was kind of my goal. Now that I've been doing video things for so long, there's more that I want to try. So for example, the music video that I did recently, I think a couple weeks ago now, that was a very abstract production. I've discovered in the course of my channel that I love making music videos, and I would certainly love to make more of them. But those are ambitious projects. That's usually, a half a day, a whole day, multiple days of filming. I have to ask my friends for help. I'm running multiple cameras. There's a script, so it becomes a production. Funny enough, the editing of those videos is actually the easiest part. So I want to keep making those videos. I also have decided that I want sort of a regular style of programming on my channel. So I'm toying with a few ideas right now. I need to sort of sit down with my brain and my interest levels and the ideas I have and decide what I want to do in the way of regular content for you all. If there are things that you want to see on here on a regular basis, please let me know in the comments, because your feedback, your ideas, that would help me a lot in terms of making sure you guys are getting what you want out of this as well. Will I be doing one video every week? I would like to get back up to that speed. It may not happen right away. Like I said, I need to figure out what I want to do, and then we'll go from there. But I still want to hang out with you guys. I'd love it if you stuck around and saw what's coming next from a big bowl of mac and cheese. There have been a couple of people that have asked about the quad suits. The quad suits is undergoing a rebranding effort right now as well. We had a great thing going up until the pandemic happened. So it was, it was really great, and then businesses closed down, opportunities fell through, so it didn't happen the way that we wanted it to happen. We're all kind of talking about what we want to do, how we want to make it happen, and of course, we're all busy adults, so the way that may happen, it might be a little bit different. I'll let you know once we have more information. The efforts here to do a group furry video thing, that's not dead, it's just being worked on as well behind the scenes. VR chat. You all heard about the death of VR chat, right? I personally have stepped away from the VR chat platform. I have just finished uploading an avatar to Chill Out VR. I haven't really tried using it yet. I've just been doing avatar testing, so once it's all ready to go, I'm gonna plan on world hopping, socializing, kind of getting a feel for how it goes, and yeah, give me a little more time, please and thank you, to work out exactly what the future videos are going to look like, but I am very excited for the ideas that I'm chewing on. So this is going to be good direction. It's going to be something that's helpful for me. I'm sure it will be very enjoyable for me, and I am hopeful that it will be extremely enjoyable for you as well. So please stay tuned. I had videos that I was editing that I sort of didn't finish editing, but that I had filmed earlier this year. So probably what I'll do is I'll finish editing those projects and get them posted up here so y'all can enjoy those videos for now. And then once I figure out my next direction, we'll do the thing. It'll be great. Well, thanks for letting me ramble through all that. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it makes sense. I'm going to try to do a better job of staying in touch and getting myself together. And I want to bring you guys the very best, the very next of Doon the Fox content. So please stay tuned. I'm very excited for the future of this journey, the forwardness, the awesomeness, and I hope you all stick around and participate in this adventure with me. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye!